Hey everybody. Okay, so it is like 10:30 or so at night. I don't know what time it is, but this video is gonna be kind of different, and it's not my normal stuff, but we're just gonna go with it tonight because I've been wanting to make one of these videos for a while now, and I felt like this would be as good a time as any. I don't know why. It's just I've been really wanting to make one of these videos. So yes, there's more than one type of these videos because I have a million of them. Full disclosure here though, I'm not making this just because Kirby is a Boss made one last week or whatever. Not copying her at all. It's just I've been wanting to do this for such a long time, and I feel like now's a good. I don't know why, but I want to talk about it. I don't talk about this much, and so this is gonna be really hard for me to make if you can't already tell. So I've got my water right here just in case I start crying, and I've already, I look good. So as of now, but we're just gonna see how the end of the video takes us because I don't know. So I have touched on this in previous videos, like my Draw My Life video, when Jesus Calls, my song video that I wrote, or whatever. So I have touched on this before, but I've never really dedicated an entire video to this topic, and so we're gonna try this. So we're gonna start at the beginning of the story. It's when I was 16, and it was the summer before my junior year, and it was June, and for some reason I can't remember if it's June 12th or June 21st, but I want to say 21st, and I was with Alyssa and her family, and does y'all remember Alyssa? I don't know if y'all remember her, but whatever. I was with them, and we were leaving this thing called Main Event, and we were leaving, like I was literally at the back door, like opening it, and my mom texts me and says, you need to get home right now, we're leaving tomorrow to go to Louisiana because that's where my dad is from. And she was, we're going to Louisiana tomorrow because your Momo is really sick, and they say it's really bad, like they don't really know what's wrong, it's just that we're going down there tomorrow to see what's up. Momo was my dad's mom, and so for as long as I'd known her, never felt pain, very tough, and very partial to my younger sisters, which I was fine with, like it didn't matter. And she had accidentally dyed her hair pink on accident. It was kind of funny. I'll tell you that story another day. But me and Momo weren't close, but we weren't very distant either. It was very, we had a very civil relationship. We did get into one or two fights, but I still loved her at the end of the day, and I still love her. I miss her so much. I go home and we go to Louisiana the next day, and we get there, and she's in the hospital, and the doctor comes and says that it's a mass, and he's not really sure what it is, but we hear mass and think cancer, so because he said it was on her pancreas and stuff. So after a while, because we were kind of debating what it was, but we kind of figured out it was cancer. So we soon learned that it was stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and I just remember it being so difficult to just be in the room because everybody had that same thought in their head, like, is she gonna make it? And so during this time, we would go to Louisiana for a weekend or a week and then go back home, then come back. Well, we went back one time, and she was not looking good at all. She was really thin, and her voice was like cracking or whatever. But we had gone up there one night, and you know, she was laughing, and she was like, "I want to go dancing." She was so funny, and she would talk about the size of like a poop or something. It was so weird, but it was really funny. And she was 75 years old. And for a while there, I thought she would make it. Because, you know, I was praying, I was crying in the shower, just praying, like, God, don't take her yet. Like, this isn't fair. Like, please don't take her. Like, I don't know what's going on or whatever. But the time after she was feeling really well or whatever, we went back up there like the next day, I think, and she didn't feel good, and she didn't look good. And when we came back home, I was in the shower and crying, and I was like, Lord, I'm so scared. I don't know, now I don't really know if she's gonna make it. She doesn't look good. I'm like, at this point, just have your will. If that means taking her, then fine, but I really hope you don't take her. The last time I saw her, we went up there, and it was like mid-August or something, and I was about to start school soon, and this was the last time I physically saw her. And you know, she couldn't really move much. She could talk, but you know, she was sleeping a lot. And I just, like, I knew, like, when I saw her, that it would be the last time I'd see her. But I didn't want to really fully admit it to myself yet. So, you know, when I hugged her by or whatever, she was, like, so thin, so small. And so I hugged her by, and I just felt the bones, and it broke my heart, so I'm trying not to cry. And she told me that she loved me, and I was just like, I love you too. And you know, I felt good that was how we ended things. September rolls around, and it's Labor Day weekend, and by this point I'm in school, and one of my dad's sisters that was up there with Momo FaceTimes, and she FaceTimed my dad, and Momo was wheezing, and my dad's sister was like, y'all need to come say bye, like, it's getting close, like, y'all need to come say bye. So my parents left, and my mom had come home early because we needed her, but my dad had stayed. And it was September 8th, 2013, and I woke up September 8th, and it was thunderstorming outside. I had that gut-wrenching thing in my stomach, like I knew something was wrong, and I was just I didn't want to leave my room. I just wanted to stay in bed all day. I couldn't do it. I was just like, oh my god, like, she's gone. Like, I feel it. I feel that she's gone. Does it hurt? And I went downstairs, and my mom was taking, like, pictures. Like, she had a photo album out, and she was taking pictures on her cell phone of Momo. And she looked up at me, and like, she didn't have to tell me, because I saw the look on her face, but she did tell me, and I, like, broke down crying, and we spent the whole day just, because then my mom got sick, and, like, I had to take care of my mom, and then my mom had to explain to my sisters that their favorite grandma was gone, and and we had ordered Chinese food, and I was on the phone with one of my friends, and it was just, like, a mess, and it was awful, and I didn't know what to do. It was very dark, and my dad came home that day, and I felt so bad for him because he lost his mom, and it was just awful. So Momo had been married to this guy named Gary, and I knew him when I was 8, and he passed away of a heart attack, and I was upset for 2 weeks, and then I got over it. My Nana died when I was in 6th grade. Same thing. 2 weeks of crying and feeling really upset and stuff like that, and then I was okay. Momo passes away, and I'm devastated and depressed for months, and it made no sense to me how I wasn't even that close with her, and yet I was just heartbroken for months at a time. I would just start crying out of nowhere, and I'd be like, why am I crying? And my pals class helped me, and because I wasn't in a church at this time, I was, at home, and I had other things going on, and I just felt like my world was falling apart, and I don't know, God had his hand on my shoulder the whole time, I guess, because he would lead me to school, lead me to pals, because I really truly believe that pals had a lot to do with the reason I'm here. And I know it's mainly God. I know that now. But at the time, since I wasn't in church, I just gave the credit all to pals, which they do deserve some credit, because it was such a good program. And and I was expecting them to turn me away, like, you're too upset, you're too depressed, like, I don't know what you're doing here, like, get out. But they helped me, they encouraged me, and, and God would talk to me some nights, and just, when I wasn't having the best thoughts, he'd just be like, you'll be okay. She's here, it's okay. And I've had conversations with her too. Not as much anymore, but when she first died, in the first 2 years of her death, I would have conversations here and there with her. And I would cry, then I'd be okay, because I just said we weren't close, but it's just having that comfort of hearing her voice every now and then. It was very comforting, I guess. I don't know, but he pulled me out of it a few months later. That's just one of my testimonies, how God pulled me out of that depression and made me happy again. I still don't know how he did that, but he did, because he's a miracle worker. And I thank him so much that he would actually care enough about me to help me like that, because I've never really, because none of us really deserve or are worthy of his grace and everything, but he died for us so that we could have life and have it more abundantly. And it's still crazy to me that he would actually care about me. I'm just so grateful for it, because I don't think I'd be here or even be in this type of place if he wasn't in my life. But yeah, I'm done now. And next week will be a song video or something funny or something. I just wanted to make this one because I do have multiple testimonies, and I just wanted to share this one today or tonight. I don't know. This was very difficult to make, but I love you so much, and even if you don't believe me that God helped me, you don't have. I'm not trying to force it down your throat, but seek Him out for yourself, and then I recommend King James Version Bible if you do decide you want to seek them out. And I don't even know if anyone's gonna watch this or care about it or anything, but you know, that's just me. So I'm done now. I'm sorry. Okay, I love y'all.